Good morning and welcome to the weekend. We are the two Mikes. We'll be here for a 5-hour spectacular, of course, and I'm going to wish Mr. Michael Parry, who's looking very, very well, a very good morning to you, Mr. Parry.
Yeah, a very good morning to you as well, Mike. I'd like to say that it's good morning in terms of camaraderie and friendship, but unfortunately, because you've mounted this campaign all day today to try and discredit me, to try and besmirch my name, to try and make out that I was some sort of stumbling oaf and a fool at the office party last night, I feel that there is a distance between us during the show tonight, because that's not the sort of behaviour I expect from a friend.
Well, as you know, being the seeker of truth and justice, all I was wondering was what happened at the party after I left, because when I left the party last night, knowing that I had to come to work, I left at 8 o'clock, you said to me, I'll be leaving very, very shortly thereafter.
Yes, that's right.
And then when I got people coming in the morning, some people drifting in throughout the show last night, who didn't manage to find their way home, they said, oh yeah, you were there actually rather late, and there was singing going on, there was dancing going on.
I left about 9ish, 9:30.
You then started denying it on Twitter, and then suddenly people started inundating me with pictures, with videos, and I just thought, well, people want to see this. And actually, funnily enough, a lot of people have been in support of you, saying, well, it proves that Mike Porky Parry is the life and soul of the party.
Exactly, it backfired on you completely.
I'm not sure if everybody actually believes that.
No, it backfired on you completely. You tried to besmirch me, you tried to rubbish my name, you tried to make me look oafish, and none of that has worked.
Well, the video evidence...
And it's not worked, because I'm none of those things, I'm not oafish, I'm not besmircher.
The video evidence does tend to suggest that you had quite a few glasses of wine, I would have to say, and the look on Matt Holland's face at one point, actually, in one of the videos, he looks terrified.
Well, I think, Matt's quite a boy than me, and a deeper thinker, and a much better footballer for obvious reasons, and I think he was just taking it in. But, you see, what really...
The look on his face suggests he's never seen anything like it.
What really disappoints me is I found out this morning, making some inquiries of my own, that you actually said to some people before you left, by the way, keep your eye on Porky, and when he gets a few down him and starts throwing a few shapes,
that's not true.
Make sure we get some video pictures of it, so I can humiliate the boy and denigrate him on the show tomorrow night.
That is
despicable behaviour.
Not true at all. But
typical of you.
I'll tell you what, coming up a little bit later on, we're going to be speaking to a vocal coach from American Idol.
A vocal
she's going to be giving you the best advice.
I don't need advice.
Well, some people are suggesting you should go on Britain's Got Talent with that voice. Let's have a listen to a bit of your song, where you were attempting to sing Maggie May by Rod Stewart.
Well, I think that's pretty impressive.
Well, actually,
I think that's pretty damned impressive.
The singing isn't too bad. It's the sort of the frightening comparisons that people are making on Twitter throughout the course of the day. Some people saying you look a little bit like Demis Roussos. A couple of other people suggesting that you look like the guy that sings outside the underground station.
Envy is a terrible thing.
It is a terrible thing.
Envy is a terrible thing. All I did was, summon the moment, decide to lead from the front, which is something I always try to do. You wouldn't know anything about leadership, Mike. You wouldn't know anything about leadership.
Why do you think people have been sending me all these pictures?
Taking control and steering a body of people who are dispossessed into the promised land. You wouldn't know anything about that.
Are you talking about your colleagues at TalkSPORT, the dispossessed?
Well,
what do you mean by that?
Well,
exactly?
what I mean is, when I can see people losing their faculties, because of the imbibement of excessive amounts of firewater. Yeah. It's for me to step in and guide them, and that rousing song Maggie May was to me a rallying cry to them. Don't fall over, don't be weak at the knees. Don't be fretful of mind. Just follow me.
Don't worry what people think of you either. And some people have said it's the best singing they've actually heard you doing. Because
there you go.
It was reasonably in tune, and also you seem to know all the words, which is
of course I
quite
knew all the
remarkable.
words. Of course I knew all the words. That is the song of my youth.
So can you tell us anything else about the party? Did anything else happen that you should be informing us of? Because obviously, since I wasn't there, there might be things that you need to tell me.
No, there's nothing I need to tell you. I had a long, deep, professional discussions with Andy Jacobs about the various aspects of our broadcasting techniques and all that kind of stuff.
Was that before or after the singing?
That was before the singing. Right. I had a long chat with Adrian Durham, complimenting Adrian on a first-class show, and, many, many years that he's been doing it for now.
He didn't make it in for his show today.
Hey?
He didn't make it in for his show today.
What do you mean?
He wasn't on.
Well, that's probably by pre-arrangement, because Adrian's not the sort of guy who goes and gets lassoed and then misses shows. So,
that wasn't anything to do with going on the lash with you, then?
No, I doubt it very much indeed. I would imagine that he was looking after some domestic situations regarding Christmas. But... No, complimenting him on the longevity of his stay here at TalkSPORT, growing the numbers in his show every year. So for me, it was a movement in work as well as a little leisure. You see what I mean? I always try to combine a bit of work with a bit of business and a bit of relaxation, a bit of rock and roll. All that came together last night. It was a wonderful celebration of what we're all about here at TalkSPORT.
Yeah, no, I don't share the view that some people have that you were a disgrace, because I don't think you were.
What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm sorry, qualify that. Who said I was a disgrace?
Well, some people on Twitter were saying this is not the way to behave at Christmas parties, but other people were saying, of course, that it is the way to behave at Christmas parties. I was on the way in tonight, actually. I don't know if tonight is the most drunken night of the year or something, but there were people literally falling into the road and staggering around all over the place, because I think maybe this is the last night for office Christmas parties. And traditionally, I suppose, at office Christmas parties, that's what you're supposed to do.
How are you supposed to behave then at a Christmas party? Go on, you tell me.
Well, you're supposed to take a moderate amount of alcohol. You're supposed to leave reasonably early.
I did take a moderate amount of alcohol. I remember every second of last night. I remember the moment I left, the time I left, the cab that I got into, the cab driver recognising my voice and asking me all about TalkSPORT, talking about you in particular and how I work with you and all that sort of thing, because this guy drives a cab overnight every night. And back to Victoria Station, where I had a very friendly drink with a few TalkSPORT fans.
I had some more there.
Well, the bar's open there till midnight, and I just missed the train I was going for, so I had to wait 20 minutes or 25 minutes for another one. So I chatted to some people there who were, very friendly indeed. I couldn't possibly have been intoxicated, because if I was, in response to your call for let's hear the worst of Porky Parry this morning, people like that would have sent you messages saying, oh, don't worry, we found him legless in the bar at Victoria Station.
What we'll do is we'll get the verdicts of the people that are watching these videos, and you can tell us whether you think that Mr. Parry was indeed disgracing himself, or whether he was just showing the way and having a great time.